Hi, welcome back. On lecture 2, we are going to talk about legal requirements. So at the end of this class, a student should be able to determine the application of existing act in related occupational safety and health and construction field, apply the act in a work manner, and also determine the function of NIOSH and DOSH. Okay, OSH or Occupational Safety Health Legislation was created or invented due to the major shortcomings of a traditional approach. This is due to outdated, prescriptive, and limited in coverage of the traditional approach. So OSHA, Occupational Safety Health Act 1994, provides the legislative framework to promote, stimulate, and encourage high standards of health and safety at work. So it also superimposes over existing legislation such as Factories and Machineries Act 1967. Okay, here you can see the historical background of OSH enforcement in Malaysia. So basically in Malaysia, OSH has been introduced to the industry in 1876, known as the Steam Boilers Ordinance, and after 118 years, OSHA, Occupational Safety and Health Act 1994, has been introduced to the industry to replace the other act related to OSH. Before the introduction of OSHA 1994, Malaysia was actually using FMA 1967. So the objective of FMA are to provide for the control factories with respect to safety, health, and welfare. FMA 1967 also involved in the inspection and registration of machinery. This act basically applies to factory and construction site. Okay, the changes from FMA 1967 to OSHA 1994 is presented in this slide. So FMA 1967 is more prescriptive, limited, and also government dependent. So this FMA 1967 consists of 14 regulations. On the other hand, for OSHA 1994, it is more self-regulation, consultation-based, workers' cooperation, and has a broad range of the working population. So OSHA 1994 consists of 7 regulations and 2 orders. OSHA 1994 was enacted on February 24, 1994 by Duli Yang Maha Mulia Seri Paduka Baginda Yang di-Pertuan Agong in Malaysian Parliament. This act applies throughout Malaysia to the industry specified in the first schedule. Nothing in this act shall apply to work aboard ship governed by the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1952, the Merchant Shipping Ordinance 1960 of Sabah or Sarawak, or the armed forces. So here are the 10 industries specified in first schedule, and one of the industries in this first schedule is construction. The objectives of OSHA 1994 are to secure safety, health and welfare of persons at work, to protect persons other than persons at work, at a place of work against hazard, to promote the occupational environment adaptable to the person's physiological needs, and also to provide the means towards a legislative codes of practice in combination with the provision of the Act. OSHA 1994 focused on self-regulation, consultation, and also workers' cooperation and participation. Person at work, as per OSHA 1994, includes all economic activities, including public services and stationary authorities, except military and armed forces, and also on board ship or moving vessel in international water. There are 15 sections in OSHA 1994, preliminary appointment of officers, National Council for Occupational Safety and Health, general duties of employers and self-employed persons, general duties of designers, manufacturers and suppliers, general duties of employees, safety and health organization, notification of accidents, dangerous occurrence, occupational poisoning and occupational disease and inquiry, prohibition against use of plant or substance, industry codes practice, enforcement and investigation, liability for offences, appeals, regulations, and the last one is miscellaneous. Here is the 7 regulation stated in OSHA. And here is the guidelines code of practice, 10 guidelines code of practice. Part 4, general duties of employers and self-employed persons. Section 15 of Part 4 focus on general duties of employers and self-employed persons to their employees. Section 16 of Part 4 focus on other duties of employers, self-employed and occupiers. So here is the continuation of Section 16. Part 5. General duties of designers, manufacturers and suppliers, plant and substance. Okay, Section 20 of Part 5 focus on general duties of manufacturers, etc., as regards plant for use at work. Part 6, general duties of employees. Section 24 of Part 6 focus on general duties of employees at work. Part 7, safety and health organizations. Section 28 of Part 7 focus on medical surveillance, while Section 29 focus on safety and health officer. So this slide will talk about requirement of safety and health officer in construction project. Section 30 focus on safety and health committees. The composition or organization of the committee is presented in this slide. The functions of safety and health committee members is further detailed in this slide. As you can see, there are several functions of safety and health committee members. Part 8. Notification of accidents, dangerous occurrences, occupational poisoning and occupational diseases, and inquiry, also known as NADU-POT. Notification of accidents, dangerous occurrences, occupational poisoning, and occupational diseases regulation 2004 is based on two-tier system. So in this system, they are divided into several levels. So here we can see the details for first level. The second level and delayed action of the regulation 2004 is further details in this slide. Section 32 focus on accident notification procedures. Part 9. Prohibition against use of plant or substance. In this slide, we will talk about the enforcement and investigation involved in OSH. OSH Employer Safety and Health General Policy Statement Exception Regulation 1995. Section 16 of the Act apply to every employer and every self-employed person except to those with less than 5 employees. Written OSH policy. Employer to formulate a written OSH policy. So the rules of employers are to revise policy, to inform employees of any revision, to bring to the notice of all employees. Contents of written statement includes general policy statement, organization, and arrangements. The picture here shows some accident happen at the site. So in this case, who is liable? So here is the list of person who is liable. So it's at the company, managing director, employee, maintenance department, machine operator, or maybe no one is responsible. As a conclusion, the Act stipulates a comprehensive set of provisions for effective management of safety and health at workplace. Thank you.